Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. This is Spam Valley. Is it middle class numpties? Oh, I'm so fucking wonderful. Welcome to the channel, guys. We're live. Going to dip roundabout. Hey up. Welcome to the channel. The hedge. The hedge. Can you see that hedge? Right, welcome. Oh, how many times you fucking said that? Right, what I've been doing, I've been doing, looking at all my live streams, and I've been going over what I've been talking about. And pretty much as soon as I watch it, and as soon as I mention, generally somebody who's publicly a public celebrity, that's not me, I'm not a public celebrity. Uncle Jammer Talks is not a public celebrity. Well, not yet anyway. I mean that, you know, I'm just talking about people who are in TV or film or... God, I'm just thinking about people going through my mind right there. We're going the wrong way to get to wood. This is one of these spaces that's an open space. It doesn't exactly belong to anyone. It's always problematic because what you can get is people can say, oh, I'll just extend my fence out. You know, ooh, and I love this, after 20 years it belonged to me. But what can often happen is somebody comes along and says, get that the fuck out of there. Some pretty strange things happen. Planning and stuff, people ignore planning. The government ignores planning. The government actually ignores planning. But if you do it, you're not allowed to ignore it. But they can ignore it. And that's quite a nice Harold wall there, quite a nice job. So we're going to take Balhydric Wood, which is right here. The entrance is maybe not that easy to know about if you're not familiar with the area. But there it is there. Of course, that's back to front of the unit. Balquidderock. See, I've spelled that wrong all the time. Wood. Balhydric Wood. So which way we're going today? Well, I mean, try to do things differently, you know. So the wonderful thing about, I still haven't worked out if I can do this on my old phone, but I can just flip a button here in the year forward. I don't know if my old phone was like that. So who we're going to talk about today? John DeLorean, Gullwing DMC car, DMC-12. What an amazing car. You know, when I first started thinking about that, like that was when I was at university, I did a dissertation on John DeLorean, and that was what my dissertation, and Elon Musk. And the lecturer hated Elon Musk. It's not like people, even educated people, intelligent people, can have sort of illogical or irrational. Her name was Silva. She was Spanish or Portuguese or something, or I got on it. I don't know. She was a bitch. She was a total bitch. Sorry, she might be watching this. Sorry. No, why am I sorry? You are a bitch. Well, that bit of wood would have been good for me. And it was, I don't know what it is. I'd watched a video about why, farmers getting murdered and everything, and she says, well, it serves them right and everything. It was like a really strange woman. I think she was extreme left, socialist type. I think weird. She was working in the University of Stirling. Is that how they get work there? They have to be really weird and extreme left, feminist or bullshit like that. Strange. But then, a childless woman, no children, a career woman. At the end of the day, that's up to her, isn't it? It's not up to me, it's up to her, but good luck with that. There's lots of things about that. Well, she didn't seem to mind John DeLorean, but Elon Musk, she fucking hated him. Why am I saying that? Well, cause I sort of sensed it off her when we were going over the dissertation. Is it because Elon Musk's South African? I think there's something like that going on. What is that? Yeah, apartheid. But now look what's happening in South Africa. I mean, apartheid was blatant racism. Whereas it doesn't mean to say that racism doesn't exist in other places. It does. So they sort of reversed that, didn't they? And then fucked the whole country up. All these who knows? I don't know what the answer is. I obviously apartheid wasn't the answer, but things have got worse, I think, in South Africa. But who am I to say? What the fuck do I know about it? I don't even live there, do I? My car comes from there, Fort Grenada. I think P.W. Botha was in control at that time. So that's been mentioned a few people already. Why did I say John DeLorean? There's a stone there. Oh, direct wood. Well, because why? John DeLorean. Actually, it's a lot more energetic to go up this way up there. Yeah, this is sort of flat here, so we'll go up this way. It's like part of the exercise, isn't it, really? Yeah. So you go up. I think what was coming from that educated woman, her name was Silva something. I could find it out because I think I've still got connections with emails from her that I never deleted. That was sort of before they were doing that data protection thing so much. It came in. I was talking about doing personal emails with people in college and university and stuff. She was a man hater, and they hate competent men. Elon Musk is a competent man. So is that what my topic is? But she's a competent woman, and as much that she managed to get a really high paid job at university. Everyone's got to face the music, and I don't think her outlook was correct. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's right. I never fell out with her, but so somebody was arguing with me yesterday on Facebook about university, and wow, didn't realise that I had such a obvious path to it. That I thought it was more rough down there, and now somebody's come and cleared it out. What was I saying? Yeah, so this guy's going on to me about university, and I says, well, it's not. What I was trying to say to him was, it's not necessarily going to educate you. that much. But it's not as brilliant as what you think it is. It's, you know, you're going to get yourself a lot. So he said I was pulling, this is a common one that they come away with. The last person that said that to me was that Lindsay, the mad trans cyclist. I'm pulling up the, what do you call it? So you lot can't get on it after I've benefited from it. Have I benefited from going to university? Yes. How can you quantify how I've benefited? It's not quite clear, and the reality is it probably wasn't worth it. It depends. See, I'm going to start oversharing here. How much it costs and how long it's going to take you to pay back. Doesn't it? It does. God, this is good. This is just, I didn't really need to go and do a video today, but it's the exercise. I've been up quite early, about 5:30 or something, and I've been unloading videos, shorts, quite a lot of work in it. I'm spending a lot of time doing it, but I do enjoy it. Oh God, fuck. So that lady was a man-hating feminist. Unfortunately, competent men. There's this other example of a deranged human being was this young lassie. She was actually not bad looking actually, but she hated men. And she did her whole dissertation. Why am I even fucking telling you this? It's negative. Her dissertation was based on men that are destroying the planet. It's such a sexist, stupid fucking lot of shit. And it was, well, she was working with other nutter. But one of them, the South African lady, back to South Africa, what's her name? I can't fucking remember. She tried to do a dissertation on LGBT, but that was stopped. It was stopped because it was against it. They stopped her from doing it. That very same woman, Silva, says you can't do that. No, you're not going to be able to do it. So basically they're sort of policing our behaviour in the university. So that lady, she was a strange one. She actually left university. She lives in Falkirk. What the fuck's her name? I can't remember. I didn't go on with her. But she put me on to Jordan Peterson. The lady that got chucked out of university. And maybe sometimes, you know, you get a negative, it turns into a positive. And that would be an example of it. You know, lovely, innit? That was the example of that happening. I think she sort of came back here because things were so bad in South Africa. So her ethnicity was from here, same as mine. But she'd been there, South Africa. She wasn't British, she wasn't Scottish, she wasn't Irish or English. She was South African. But her ethnicity was probably Ulster Scots, I think, I don't know. Just a guess. And she had a really weird attitude. Well, I did as well, though, that's the thing. I had a weird attitude with her, she had a weird attitude with me, so we didn't get on. And I was a strange one as well. I was making a lot of mistakes with people as well, so I'm not going to blame everybody. We're all learning, aren't we? We've got to learn. And, you know, try and learn. I suppose I'm doing the equivalent of walking the dog here, so I don't have a dog. So it doesn't matter what you're doing in your life, you have to walk the dog, don't you? Unless you're really busy and you work long hours, you've got somebody else to do it. So we've got a comment coming in from not Donald, it's I'm not going to say Donald again. David. Hey. Niall Oliver. Yeah, I do. I think Niall Oliver, yeah. I'm not totally on board with everything that Niall Oliver. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, actually. Do I agree? I agree with him on the British thing. I agreed with him on his stance on the Scottish nationalists. Yeah, I agree with Niall Oliver that way. I agree with Niall Oliver on net zero. The problem with Niall Oliver, and people like Niall Oliver, this is a problem that I have with him, and that's why I don't watch GB News anymore, is that it's all about nuance and ticking boxes, and because you've got this demographic, you must be part of that demographic, and I got upset with Niall Oliver. What if it's on a personal level? Yeah, I don't watch his videos anymore. I do that on YouTube. If somebody upsets me, I won't fucking watch them. They don't like me. That's what it means. Why does he doesn't give a fuck, does he? He doesn't live that far from you. He seems like a decent guy, yeah, Niall Oliver. A lot of the Nats hate him, but the Nats hate anyone that don't agree with what they're saying about Scottish nationalism, so they're going to hate anyone. The reason I stopped watching news was when the High Court, I can't explain or understand it totally myself, but the High Court came out with a definition of women, because these radical feminists were given money from J.K. Rowling to take the Scottish government to court over the definition of a woman. So the High Court says a woman has to be a biological female from birth. So you're getting into that. What is that? What exactly does that mean? You need to get into the science behind it all. So what upset me about it was I've got female on my birth certificate, but I'm not a woman according to them. So that's what I'm talking about, nuance. So I'm in that situation. There's thousands of people like me that have been identified as female by the government. Because this is a legal framework we're talking about, which is still in place. So Niall Oliver was, I can't exactly remember why he upset me, but he did on that topic. So basically what you've got there is, you've got sort of these radical trans activists, which aren't anything like me or most people, shouting for this. You've also got radical feminists, that's extremist women, man-hating women, men-hating women. So it's about who do you go to jump into bed with, I mean that metaphorically. So that's kind of on the thing. Well, at the end of the day, I'm talking about being a liberal. So Niall Oliver, what's he? Is he a right-wing conservative? Or is he a small c conservative? He's clearly a wealthy man, and he's married with children. He's right about net zero, he's right about a lot of things, yeah. I just got fed up watching his videos. I don't watch them anymore, and I unsubscribed for some of his... I think there's a lot of sycophants hanging around him as well. But I mean, there's a lot... That's what you're going to get, I suppose, that's normal. There's something about some of these characters. I haven't met him. I don't, he's probably a great guy, actually, I would say. Yeah, probably. So we're talking about two different things, I suppose. What do I think of Niall Oliver? Oh, there you go, Niall Oliver. We'll be putting Niall Oliver on the thumbnail because I seem to be talking about him the most in this video. Yeah, so Right, so what I'm in GB News, I'm talking about GB News. Nial Oliver isn't GB News, is he? But what happened was Matt Goodwin, there was a man on, a guest, and he was what I would say would be a small C conservative. And he had friends who were trans, right? So that would be a transgender woman in that case. And Matt Goodwin, and he says, oh, the guest said that he was quite happy to use whatever pronouns that they wanted. So it was he or she, in that case it was she. And Matt Goodwin jumped on him like a ton of bricks and said he was facilitating mental health disorders. And I just thought, you're supposed to be a fucking interviewer. You're not there to dominate your guests with your opinions or your views. And, you know, it's like sort of crazy kind of, it's a crazy reaction to people not being quite in the gender, the male, female, female, male thing. So, and because it doesn't affect them, they don't give a fuck. So I've been left in the lurch by these bastards, right? Because by both sides, if you know what I mean. So I don't go on with the activist types because I think they're all nuts. So it's like you're getting into Marxism and everything like that, Marxist theory. And I wasn't really aware of that when I went to these groups, transgender groups. I haven't been to one for about 10 years. I wasn't aware of just how mad they were. And how would that affect the fact that you're in the wrong, well, the thing was you're in the wrong body. That was the thing that they said then. So how would that affect that? I'm starting to get overgrown here. I don't know if I'm even answering the question properly. Nial Oliver. So in his world, he's heterosexual, well, it seems to be. You never really know with people though. How the fuck do you know what they are? I mean, it's like this quantifying things, isn't it? Like the Victorians started quantifying everybody. So, but the reality is that men like to shag. You know, and it's like, if they're out with their marriage, they're getting sex somewhere else or whatever, society starts to struggle, doesn't it? And that's probably what's happened. So you can go into all sorts of ins and outs of it all, but I think feminism's caused a lot of it, yeah. This is quite fundamentally obvious. So what do I think of Nial Oliver? Yeah, it's quite an interesting question though. Right, so what I've got to do now is get the gimbal. Right, so I mean, yeah, I would say I like Nial Oliver, yeah, but I'm not sure. I've got reservations about him. So, and it's a wonder he's not been chucked out GB News as well. I mean, that's absolutely. I don't watch GB News now anyway. I went in the huffing. And Nana Aqua as well. She's wanting me out. She's wanting segregated bathrooms for me. Nana Aqua, a black woman. She doesn't want me in women's bathrooms. You know, the whole thing's a lot of pish anyway, because nobody gives a fuck about bathrooms, and well, generally in the world. And they were claiming it's a safe space. It's not even a safe space. So on that issue, I had to bail out of them because they were just being too nasty about me and my. Well, I took it personally. Yeah, I'm taking it personally. So, so it's just a case of having a bit of understanding. So what happened was the government in about 2004 decreed or made it a law that you could change your. It's confusing and conflating because there's what gender and there's sex. Change your sex. And that's been going for 21 years. And also the Equality Act as well. So that statement by the High Court, funded by J.K. Rowling, it's not helping anyone. It's unfortunately one bunch of radical nut jobs to another. I mean, men hating radicals. So you don't want to be involved with them. I try telling people and they don't listen to me, so that's up to them, innit? Right, so what we're doing here is I'm struggling to see here because of the. What I'm doing here, I'm using the older app. What I've done with this is that I've got a new phone in my hand, and that is the older phone, and it used to freeze all the time. And now that I've taken the SIM card out of it, I'm going to see if it freezes. So welcome to the channel. Hey, welcome to the channel. Right, this video, truck spotting video, we're going to try it in this app. If it doesn't freeze, it's been the phone getting too overwhelmed with the SIM card and all the other emails and Hotmails and Facebooks and YouTubes. Well, all that stuff, these apps are still on it though, so how would that, that's the thing, how would that make it any different? Oh, I just fell down a hole. How would that change it? Good point. It's a good point, yeah. Right, so Nial Oliver. I think if he could come away into the middle a bit more, I'd like him a bit better. Is that what it is? Yeah, maybe. He's not really a liberal, is he? He's from Dumfries and Galloway. He's done very well, isn't he? He's younger than me. He's done very well in his life. Very, very well. And so he should, you know, why not? I mean, he spoke out about the vaccine. Oh, see, I'm not allowed to say that. Oh, fuck. You're not even allowed to say that. I think there's people saying it. I got into trouble for saying it about a year ago, and I got reprimanded on YouTube. And they were gonna, you've got to watch, you get your channel shut down. Yeah, well, Nial Oliver was the enemy of, is the enemy of my enemy, yeah. That's why I started listening to him, and that was, well, we're talking about Scottish nationalism in my part. It's hard to find someone to agree with 100%. She's like enemy of my enemies. So anyone who takes a stand against the Nats and Greens, oh, the Greens, yeah. I mean, so the situation that I'm in is a bit of a weird one because the Greens. So I suppose I probably am a liberal, yeah. Probably somewhere between that and a small C conservative. And I find myself, well, it's basically because I find myself in the situation that I'm in, and yeah, okay, you could say it's a mistake, I shouldn't have done it, whatever. And I was going through mental problems at the time when I transitioned, and that was 2010. And my life was a bit of a mess. And maybe that was the answer to my life, was to transition from male to female, which I thought was actually. So now the government's saying, well, you're not a woman. So I'm a female, but I'm not a woman, is what the paperwork's saying. I mean, it's a bit of a predicament, but reality, well, I was just say it doesn't affect me that much. Well, it doesn't when I'm hanging around a bush. It's like, but it could affect me, yeah. It will affect me if I was getting a proper job, which is why I probably haven't got one. You know, because it did affect me when I was doing the care job. Quite a lot of women objected to me being there, so that was a bit embarrassing, a bit awkward. And the company was at fault there. So we're here, we've made it. Where are we going now? Are we just gonna... It's busy, it's probably going to be difficult crossing over, so... Wow, Lexus. Now the camera seems to be working perfect, this camera, so is it because I moved the SIM card? Was that what the problem was? Well, obviously it's a bit of a moot point now, well, because I've got the new phone, but oh aye, oh, that man with the beard and the Land Rover, yes. He looks the type. Now we've got some tins here. Now how the fuck am I going to pick up tins when I've got 2 hands on the go? Ugh. I've managed it. Done it. Yeah. So what I've decided to do with truckers is only sort of wave at them if they wave at me or Pete or something, because there was a couple of things happened the other day. There was a guy who was quite rude, but I suppose that's just not, that's what can happen, that's fine, that's up to him. But on the other hand, I could be distracting them. I keep saying that all the time, so I'm sort of a bit easy, but I think I should really probably not distract them too much, you know. All depends where you are, I suppose, eh? And some of them just could see you from miles away and peep and wave and flash their lights. The next time you'll be standing right in front of them, they don't even fucking do anything. Right, we've got another tin here. Oh god, there's too much traffic. Yeah, so I'm still going on it. I'm still trying to process the Nial Oliver question. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's really pushed himself out onto the edge. Like, let's just say it's to the right, if that's what it is. So he's kind of pushed himself quite far, you know, which he maybe shouldn't have done. But all depends. I mean, because he was mainstream BBC, you know, and now it's probably too much for a lot of them to cope with. You know, too much on the right, yeah, well, whatever it is, he's too much something, isn't he? But maybe it suits him, maybe he doesn't care. You know, I don't know how he feels about it. But I think in terms of marketing himself, maybe it would be better if he'd stayed a bit over towards being a liberal. But does that mean he's not? There's a Royal Mail looking at me. Does that mean he's not being himself? You know, I mean, but he is getting paid for what he does. So he's sold his soul to the devil. There's another one there. I suppose we all do. We've all fucking do that. Sell our souls to the devil. There's a Mark 3 Mondeo. Quite a nice example. Oh, it's got the... Is it a Ghia? It's got the alloys on it anyway. The Ghia alloys. That's a nice car. Yeah. Right, we'll get this tin. It's going to be a bit tricky. How the fuck you get this? It's really fucking hard. Oh. Right. I've got that fucking tin. I'm tin collecting today. Things, clearing up it's helping tidy up the environment. And if people would stop throwing them to fuck out their cars and vans, obviously that's in an ideal world. That would be better. But they don't, do they? Because they're all fucking numpties. Well, not all numpties, because people that don't do it aren't numpties. Anyone that throws a tin out is a moron. Yeah, I think we can agree on that, yeah? I mean, you don't give a fuck about anything, you just throw that out the window. Well, that means you're a moron, doesn't it? Yeah, total fucking numpty. Right, so we need to go over to that. You know, I've got a bit of a problem, I can't say what it is. yeah, I'm with you. Get a train. Alright, we'll get over after this car. Almost looked twice. What is that? It's lying in the road. Oh, it's just a sheet or something. I seen it in the video the other day. I seen it. So I'm going to go over to that thing there and get over here, and then I'll be able to sort myself out. Okay. Right there. Right. Let's get this tin. There's the A.G. Nelson. Distracted me a bit. There they go. Right. They're saying, what the fuck? Maybe you could sit there. Yeah. Right, what else? What else? Yeah, I mean, it's like dealing with people. At the end of the day, people are just, let's say, hey, yeah, it's quite a nice one. I think we're too close to it. That's a V8. Oh, it's a V8. Wow. It's a V8. Just a ticket. I think I better not spend too much time here today because yeah, that's better. That's better. Agriculture. That's better. Right, so what's happening? Yes. Maybe, well, so when you watch his videos, they're alright. I mean, he goes on about history and everything, and, you know, oh shit, it's froze. It's froze. It's fucking froze. Look. So it's obviously not the SIM card. So what I need to do is switch it off. Change it to, or what I normally have to do is, that's a bit of a blow. And then normally I have to switch it off and on again. Is the problem. Oh well, maybe not. Maybe not. Right, so we'll have to. Fuck. Sorry about this cock up. Jesus. So what happens is, fucking thing. It's a pain in the arse, honestly. That's why I got a new phone. So what you do is, but because fuck off. Restarting. Because I've got the new phone. I'm not obviously not that bothered about it, but at least I've realised that it's not taking the SIM card out. It's not, and I'm still doing it live here. So if there's anything really amazing happens, like a really cool truck, I can catch it. So that's me restarting it, and then I have to put it in this other app which doesn't freeze. It's Sony. What is it again? Sony Xperia 10. I think it's an Xperia 10. Oh yeah, we've got Welcone Logistics right there. So I'm catching them. So I've got to go in again and then go into that app there. Video. So that app there never freezes, but I can't really use the app that I'm showing you right now is very jittery, so I can't use it in the car. So we're going over Sony problems here. So now I need to put that in there. So where am I going to fucking put this? Can you just sit down there now, right? And I'll put. Right, you're in. You still there? Sorry, I'm so incompetent. Right, so that's that fixed. So now I know it's not the fact And there's a tin. That it's nothing to do with the fact that. See that? Why would you fucking pay for Iron Brew and then throw it to fuck out the window? I never really get that at all. I never buy shit like that. I'm careful with my money though. I don't waste money. You're giving money to all you're doing is giving money to corporations. That's all you're doing. You know, that's all you're friggin' doing. Is giving money to rich bastards. Yep. So we've still sorted that problem. So now we're all working. It's all working fine. You just never know what you're going to find down here. Sometimes you get some interesting cars. You get trucks all the time, obviously, because that's how our whole infrastructure works. There's cars and trucks, Paterson's quarries. Paterson's quarries. Right. Right. No, Paterson's quarries, yeah. They have the. I don't know what they're doing now, where they're located. They did have a quarry near here, which is now. The gate was wide open for a long time. Right. So, let's not. There's a train coming. We can get across now. Get the opportunity, you should take it. Basically, that's how it works. Yeah. Johnson's. And there's the bus coming. And we've got a truck here. Yeah. And we've got intakes coming. Intakes. We've seen them the other day. I mean, there's a lot of like connotations about, you know, people doing certain things. And hello, welcome to the channel. So we need to wait. Right, let's go over. Wait, run. Get over here. You can't expect I mean, you're doing something, you expect everybody to like what you're doing. You know, some do, some don't. Some don't care. Is that how it works? Some don't care what you're doing. Fill your boots, who cares? And the next person gets really upset about it because you're invading their privacy or whatever they think you're doing. Or they may be at work and they don't want to be videoed at work. And so, Thornbridge Sawmills Limited. We'll have to look that up and see what that is. We'll hang away here for a wee bit and then we'll get right round and I'll get away home. For breakfast. This is just a walk in the morning. Right, so the car, I'm trying to paint the white car. So I went and put 4 tins on it last night when it was still warm. And there's this sort of funny bit of glazed bit and it doesn't look right, so I've sanded it down this morning. So really what I'm trying to do is get it fucking out of my garage, that's my Citroen C4 Grand Picasso, and get it out of the fucking garage, get it back to work, you know. It's been in there for over a month, me fanning around with it. And it's true, you can't, I don't think you can really make a great job using aerosol tins to paint cars. I just don't. Maybe some people can, but the reality is most people like me. Alright, we've got 2 here. Most people like me struggle with, you know, it's just not easy for to do it. So that's quite a nice one. Nice blue colour. And hey, we got a peep. Yeah, the car, it's a fucking pain. So I'm looking to put the lacquer on it, and I've still got like 6 tins of paint, and I don't want to put them on it. So it keeps coming out with this kind of glazed bit, and it's like it looks weird. And so I sanded it down. I haven't been videoing it anymore. I've just been so embarrassed about it that you must be thinking, wow, this is an example of you're cheaper paying somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. I should have paid them to do it. It would have been a better job, and it would have saved me money. It would have cost me about 1,500 quid. You know, I should have got them to do it. I've saved money, but I haven't saved money. Because if you take into account my time, you know, that's the problem with it. My time. Which is fucking, you know. But I'm semi-retarded, so I'm okay. I'm semi-retarded. You're semi-retarded. Yes, you're fucking fully retarded. Like, right, how are we going to get over here? Right, we'll just climb over this fence. Gotta watch them coming down here. They're quick sometimes. They can be quick. Well, I'm quick when I'm doing it. So why would they be any different from me? He's looking. Metal merchants. Oh, I've got some stuff for you. That thing's hanging out a bit at the back there. I think the people who are less oppressed by the system are travellers. Yeah. They've got their own systems, of course. So you could come a cropper with that. Their very own systems. Like giving you a kick in if you do something wrong. Another one! Right, let's let this truck past. It's Kalina. It's Kalina. It's Kalina. Before I pick that tin up. I'm gonna have to get going in a minute. Spare use the torture of watching this. So what I'm looking for is a liberal democracy. Is that what we're supposed to be? The net zero thing is fucking unbelievable. How the fuck anybody? I mean, we were really brainwashed into it for a while. Bit of blue smoke from that insignia. I think, or I'm getting the feeling that a lot of people are seeing through it, that your mainstream people, we've got like Jeff Buys Cars. Jeff Buys Cars did a video, and he said what my friend was saying, but he said it differently. That the people are going to put us to say no to this and say no, I'm not having that, and that would be done out through the electorate. EDL would be the women, and it's when the green communists come for their pen. That's when they'll say, wait a minute, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You know, the green communists are going to come for their pets. You can't have dogs, for example. And it's like, there's no limit to this, the crazy... The limit is that they want rid of us. Humans. Well, that's a weird thing, but they don't want rid of themselves, do they? Yeah. So we're going to be like, we're going to be left with some globalist elites running things. There's one there. That's what they're after. Globalist elites left in the world. It's insane. We've had these. All you got to do is look at the Gulag. The Gulag. Don't forget the Gulag. Learn about the Gulag. And the most ordinary people, they forgot about or they didn't even know about the Gulag. Do they know about it? They've been brainwashed into believing through media that Adolf Hitler was the worst thing since sliced bread, when he simply wasn't. It was, get that one! He simply wasn't. I mean, the Gulag. I mean, they came back, the Russians, they came back from winning the war and then got put in the Gulag. I mean, it was an insane ideology. And that's what I was talking about, that woman earlier, wasn't I? At the university. The extreme socialist. Living off capitalist money. Fucking, they're fucking weirdos, aren't they? Right, so that's it. We went round the roundabout, we've had a talk about lots of things. A lot of stuff. David's made a couple of comments, quite interesting comments, about Niall Oliver. And yeah, I don't want to be too nasty about Niall Oliver. Nope. And the reality is, he's probably right. It's stupid changing your sex. You know, it's like... See, there's the thing, I could get into trouble for saying that. That's the problem with it. That I could actually end up getting arrested for saying things. Well, it's like being a... Well, if you're black, you can say, hey, what's up, nigger, and around, right? I'll do inverted commas with that. I'm not saying that, but they have said that. And they could, so it depends what context. You know, there's a context, isn't it? I've just said something in a specific context. I've got somebody coming along. Keep fit fanatic. And so it's all to do with the context. Context is everything. And it's just the way it is. It's context. Yeah, it is. It really is. God, where's she going? I hope she's alright. It's a bit unusual seeing somebody walking along there. It's quite a dangerous road to walk on. You know. Yeah. It is. But I don't know where she's walking to. Really not good. Yeah, so it depends on the context. And that's why I've got this fucking jacket on, isn't it? A high visibility jacket. So she's struggling away along there. She stopped phoning. Yeah. Who knows where she's going? Right, we're going to have to go home in a minute. Oh, I've got another comment come in, but I can't see it. Hold on, I'll have a look in the shade. Where's that pipe come from? So she's walking up there. Still on the phone. I tend to walk in the grassy bit myself. There's joggers and that come along here. Right, come on, you gonna go then? Oh, there's a truck coming. I wouldn't recommend walking along there. Leave that to the expert. Oh, she's stepping off now with the truck coming. Stepping off now. Aye. Smurfit West Rock. Wow. Smurfit West Rock. Cumbernauld Higher Drive. Right, how's she getting on? She's about halfway along. A weird way to go. Anyway, right, let's go. Right, I'm going now. You'll be relieved to know. Well, we'll carry on doing it live. Because it's costing me nothing. Right, that was Skeloch roundabout. Alright. So, we're signing out from this one. And we're going home for breakfast. And we're going to talk about stuff. So the GB news just went too far, yep. Right, okay, thanks for what. How the fuck are we going to do this? You've got two hands. BMW. Right. So thanks for coming along this video. Please like, share and subscribe and we'll get you in the next one. Bye. Hello, we're still here. I heard a truck. Dow! It's in my family tree. I looked up that name and, well, that's my grandmother's name, but it's actually Scottish. It's a Scottish name. Dow. Weirdly, it's a Scottish name. So my fifth cousin, Mike Dow, he reckoned it might be Irish, but it's no fucking Irish. It's fucking Scottish. All right. There's a bus. Oh, they're getting trained again. And then we've got truck spotting. Just do some shorts here, can't I? Do some shorts. Now it's easier to put them on like that. But you can actually select short, can you, when you do the video? But then that means it's going to stop. You're not in control of when it's going to stop is a problem. The woman from Stirling coming to get me. Nah, she looked quite nice. I didn't actually speak to her, but she was on the phone. I would have said hello to her. Yeah. Problem, I can zoom this in, but not if I've got two hands. The woman coming to get me, aye, the woman that kicked me up. I should fucking put that on. I'll need to go and try and find it. I've got so many videos that it's buried somewhere, but I shouted at her so loud I decided not to put it on, but I should put the bit on where she attacked my gimbal and kicked me. She was looking mad. What I learned from that is don't go near people. If they are coming for you, stay away from them. Don't go to them. Just sit back and let them look bad. What's that on the roof of that Volkswagen Passat? I'm trying to use the freaking. Oh, it's frozen. Look, it's frozen again. Now you'll be able to see the problems I'm having with this. No, it's stopped. It's not frozen. See what it does that one, but this new one doesn't do it, so that's why I bought it. But I put up with this for like a year and a half. See, this app here is really nice, but the other one's jittery because that's not in the gimbal. Right, it's about time you got home, innit? I mean, hell, you're here fucking ages. Come on. Get going. Say bye to Skeoch roundabout. And this one kumquat. Oh yes, a near miss. Oh, the numpties. Is this all the slow drivers now? Because the rush hour thing's over. So the numpty drivers are out now, apart from the BMW. No, BMW, blah, 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 blah. Oh, the numpties are out. Original mole husband. Jeep, Grand Cherokee. Right, we're going. Definitely going. Right, so there was a thing that annoyed me this morning. People, nimbies and numpties fuck up the world. There's a woman got run down in Liverpool or something and killed. And so this man and woman, this pair of fucking peasants, right? Fucking peasants. That's what they are. We're on, no, what was that on? That was good. It's Good Morning Britain. Oh, that truck I missed. And see, most normal people go around and hear a truck, and it's like, I've become so obsessed with it, I've got to go fucking video it. I mean, he's just like, can't just walk along the street without. So this couple, their mother, walked on the road. This is all wrong, by the way, this. The mother walked on the road. Maybe I should do a new live. Talking about, but probably. I'm not very popular with some of them because they're telling they're fat lazy bastards. That's why. What are you talking about? Yeah, so this woman was on the road and got run down by this guy in the car, right? And it turns out the guy was fucking blind, right? He should not have been driving. You know, this guy. He was told not to drive, like years ago, and he was blind. So now these two twats are wanting everyone to go through this strict fucking test every fucking year. And they're cunts. It's very sad that your mother got run over by some blind guy. One, what was she doing in the middle of the fucking road, right? Well, that's back to the green communism thing with the 20 zones, but as people wandering around roads without any responsibility. And two, the guy. So this is what happens: you get a man like that who should not be driving, can't see, and you get people like me who can see, but their eyesight's maybe not. You know, I can drive perfectly well, I can see, but my eyesight's a bit on the edge, I think, yeah. It always has been, it was when I passed my test. So I'm sitting there thinking now, thanks to cunts like that, I'm going to land up not being able to drive. And I'm not blind, and I'm not going to go and drive over the top of some idiot that's in the middle of the road. And that's because of this knee-jerk reaction by these people. And that's how you enforce green, well, it's not green communism, but that's how you enforce communism. Where we're all totally indebted to the state. We can't, so you can't, so if I can't drive, because my eyesight's not completely up to scratch, which it is, but it's only just up to scratch is what point I'm making here. So they're going to make it so strict that, well, I suppose they want to make the eyesight rules. And then I think it's affecting women as well. He was talking about peripheral vision. And you get into that, you're getting into a whole load of stuff. Let's go up this way. Peripheral vision. Because women don't have as good peripheral vision as what men do. So you can end up putting a lot of women off the road. You're getting into discrimination. Discrimination against older people. Discrimination against women. You know. Discrimination against blind people. And that's what they're like. They sit there mumping away about shit all the time. And they're fucking arseholes. These two and this guy kept arguing with the presenter, but in a kind of, not in a constructive way, he just kept arguing with him. Like, no, Dave was not that. You know, it was more like a kind of, he's just like something just not quite right about the guy. Like he was one, they look like the sort of type that would be drinking Watney's Red Label in a holiday with a flat cap on and fucking Benidorm. Hey, I can go and get a pint of Watney's Red Label. I'm going to do a separate video about Royal Moat, and that way I can have a minute, totally, right? Are you going to do that then? Am I going to have to end it, start again, and that way I can get a different thumbnail? Yeah, and I can go over it between here and my breakfast. Alright, and that way I can get a different thumbnail in it. So thanks David, you're going to join me in the next one when I talk about Royal Moat. It's very unpopular what I'm going to say. And the feminists will go nuts. Well, women will go nuts. But it's true and it's the truth. And it's very unpopular, people don't look at things. Right, so thanks for watching this live. I'm going to start another one. Bye! I'm going to start another, and the reason I'm starting another one is because it'll... What will it? It'll... package it. I'll just talk about Royal Moat. I know nobody wants... Like, I had this woman yesterday, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, that went nuts at me because I put all these images on Facebook. A lot of people don't want to face reality. They'd rather have a iced up, prepped up thing for them to look at, and it's pretty. And life isn't pretty, and things aren't pretty. They don't want to face these demons. And the other thing that a lot of people do in this case is they get wound up by the media. Right, and that's what happened just. But I'll talk about it in the next video. Bye! I'm definitely going to start talking again.